Hi, I'm Dr. Brittany Bankson with Airrosti Rehab Centers. We're here with CrossFit Games athlete Stacie Tovar in San Antonio, Texas at King William District CrossFit. In this episode of Mobility Monday, we're going to work on a couple cool tricks to increase your ankle and foot stability and mobility to help you be a better athlete. So a fun way to tell if you have good ankle range of motion is this test. So put your toes together, your heels together, and keep your knees together, and then simply squat. If you don't fall backwards, you have pretty good mobility in your ankles. To ensure proper form in a lot of different movements, we have to have great ankle range of motion. So foam rolling the calves is a good way to ensure that we have full range of motion in our tissue. So what you're gonna do, Stacie, is I want you to cross one calf over the other, and you're gonna start lifting yourself up to roll from the ankle to right below the knee. And you're gonna do this about 6 or 10 passes. So you're going to do it straight, and then you're going to turn your foot out, and you're going to do the same thing about 6 or 10 passes, and then you're going to turn your foot in and do about 6 to 10 passes. If you find a really tender spot, you're going to slow down on it. You can also wiggle the bottom foot to kind of floss that tissue and get everything out. So when you take a lot of pounding from box jumps, running, and double unders, we need to take care of that ankle range of motion, and we need to tackle the retinaculum, which is an ankle bracelet of fascia. So we're going to go to the tibialis anterior, which is on the outside of the shin. You're going to cross the ankles over each other, and we're going to roll down to the top of the ankle and then up to the bottom of the knee. Again, 6 to 10 passes is pretty good. And then at the end of those passes, you're going to come back down to the ankles, and you're going to sit back and put your weight on the ankles, and you're going to move that bottom ankle into circular motions, counterclockwise, clockwise, and loosen all of that fascial tissue up so things glide better. Okay, the next one is a dynamic stretch of the calf and Achilles. And this is really important for CrossFitters, especially with box jumps and running. If you want to protect that posterior cord or the Achilles from a rupture, then we definitely need to have not only good mobility, but stability as well. And eccentrically loading or putting a lengthening load on that tissue is really important to not only get it lengthened out, but to strengthen it as well. So we're going to have Stacie go into a plank position. And then what she's going to do, she's going to pump her ankles, and she's going to drop that heel down past that neutral zone and then alternate. This is putting a lengthening load on the tissue, which strengthens it as well as lengthens it. And that's going to help warm up so that when she does go through those repetitive motions, she's less likely to tear something. So not only is ankle mobility really important, but stability is as well. So in theory, we want the ankle to be really stable and the forefoot to be a little bit more mobile. And so what happens when that doesn't happen? The big toe joint gets really, really stuck, and we start to get a lot of weakness on the inside of the foot, which can cause a lot of problems with ankles, knees, hips, and all the way up. So what we're going to do to ensure that we can use our toes independently, kind of like our fingers for stability, we're going to get this big toe moving, and not only moving in extension, but we want the path to be nice and straight. So what Stacie's going to do is she's going to loop this band underneath her big toe, and she's going to pull not only up, but she's going to pull a little bit to the outside to get that toe tracking a little bit better as she clamps down with these toes. So we want that big toe extension so that we can go through heel toe like a normal foot should. This is going to help all the way up the ankle and the knee and the hip, like I said. After she does this, if she's a little bit stuck, she can also do the same thing with lifting up the foretoes and clamping down on that big toe. Thank you again for joining us for another Mobility Monday episode, and a special thank you to Stacie Tovar for helping us out, and for King William District CrossFit for having us here. If you want to check out any more Mobility Monday episodes, just click on the link right up here, and we will see you next time. We're here with CrossFit Games athlete Stacie Tovar, Texas at God freaking, what am I saying? This has been another, shut your mouth, Luke. So you're in another episode of Fudge. I'll be so much better when I'm talking about crap I know about.